A twin-size mattress weighs approximately 50 pounds. However, the weight of having survived a sexual assault is indefinite. This is Emma. On the first day of her sophomore year at Columbia University in 2012, she was raped in her dorm room. In response to the college finding the accused not responsible, she conducted her senior year thesis, Mattress Performance, Carrying That Weight. Starting in September 2014, Emma carried her 50-pound mattress wherever she went on campus, stating that she would put it down when her rapist was expelled or left the university. Emma, with the help of friends, carried the symbolic crime scene mattress until she and her rapist graduated in 2015. The president of Columbia University did not even shake her hand at the ceremony where she carried her mattress across the stage. Emma is not alone. Every 21 hours, there is a rape on an American college campus. Every 2 minutes, a person in the U.S. is sexually assaulted. That's every 107 seconds to be exact.
Sexual assault is any type of sexual contact or behavior that occurs without the explicit consent of the recipient. Falling under the definition of sexual assault are sexual activities as forced sexual intercourse, forcible sodomy, child molestation, incest, fondling, and attempted rape.
44% of victims are under the age of 18, many of whom know their attacker. It is also estimated that 1 in 6 women and 1 in 33 men in America will have experienced an attempted or completed rape in their lifetime.
Sexual assault is a particular problem on college campuses.
The topic, a painful national discussion. 95 campuses are under federal investigation for their handling of sexual assault complaints on campus.
It is estimated that 1 in 5 women on college campuses has been sexually assaulted during their time there. 1 in 5.
In a study of college students, 35% of men indicated some likelihood that they would commit a violent rape against a woman who has fended off in advance if they were assured of getting away with it.
It has also been suggested that 1 in 16 men, or 6%, are victims of attempted or completed sexual assault at college. But that number is most likely an underestimate.
It happens to both. They are, everyone's a victim, no matter, it just depends on where you are and, the timing, but it could be anybody.
I'd go to men's audiences, and they'd say, why doesn't she just say something? And I'd point out, when you were a kid, you were the bully in the schoolyard and took your lunch money and had you down. What'd your father or mother tell you? Tell you what my mother told you. Just smack him in the nose. How many of you tough guys had the nerve to smack him in the nose? How many of you did? And if, God forbid, you walked out and somebody patted you in the rear end, your boss, or said something to you, how many of you would go report it?
On average, only 12% of student victims report the assault to law enforcement. This alarming number could be, but not limited to, the following reasons or a combination.
College survivors suffer high rates of PTSD, depression, and drug or alcohol abuse, and are linked to higher college dropout rates.
The accounts of sexual assault were just wildly underreported. There just wasn't enough statistical evidence. The campus felt so there weren't measures put in place that should have been in place.
Sexual assault is an affront on our basic decency and humanity. And for survivors, the awful pain can take years, even decades to heal. Sometimes it lasts a lifetime. And wherever it occurs, whether it's in our neighborhoods or on our college campuses, our military bases, or our tribal lands, it has to matter to all of us. Because when a young girl or young boy starts to question their self-worth after being assaulted, and maybe starts withdrawing,
the Obama administration launched a campaign called Not Alone to help survivors locate resources and facts about colleges and sexual assault, as well as important laws like the Clery Act and Title IX.
While Columbia has made efforts in regards to the issue of sexual assault, such as the Think About It webinar, establishing the Sexual Assault Awareness Education Committee, most of the efforts come from student-run organizations, many of which are now defunct.
Columbia also published a report called the Campus Violence Prevention Plan, located on its website.
Columbia College has also updated its policy on sexual assault. The school has attempted to raise awareness about its sexual harassment policy and how to report professors who behave inappropriately by placing flyers around campus.
There are professors in departments who come on to their students. And I know this because it's happened to me. Yeah. And it's a problem, and there's no way that that's regulated either. And I think that's very wrong.
So what happens after someone is sexually assaulted on campus? The counseling services, according to informational pamphlets that are promoted by the school, cannot actually assist students who have survived being raped. Instead, the school offers an off-campus hotline number. They also send survivors an email containing these and other outside off-campus resources, since there are none available on campus, well, other than the counselors who are not actually trained for counseling sexual assault survivors.
Survivors are still struggling to find peace in the day-to-day life, still having days with the haunting memories, making it hard to get out of bed, still searching for emotional support from a horrific, unwanted event that can make it hard dealing with normal college life. This begs the question, can we do more?
The answer is yes. Over the past few days, we have invested extensive research and reached out to administration for a comment. What we came to find were outdated posters.
But I remember a while ago, there were posters for an awareness week. I think I remember seeing a poster for it in October, so a little dated.
Unhelpful brochures with bad safety tips.
It's not very helpful. It's just kind of like here's things you should have done, stupid. It's more so that this should be called as things you should have done, stupid.
We spoke off camera to a Columbia campus security guard about the Safe Ride Home policy, and they said it's hardly used, and if it is used, it's only for real emergencies.
They told us it wasn't advertised because they don't want students calling them all the time to pick them up, even if they're feeling unsafe. They don't want it to be treated like a taxi service, but then again, no one knows about it, so how are they even supposed to call anybody if something's wrong?
They shared an incident with us where a drunk female student called for a ride a while back, but they did not give her one because she wasn't in danger in that moment.
Later that night, we witnessed President Kim getting into one of these Columbia vehicles that were only supposed to be used for real emergencies. Why then was President Kim getting into one of these vehicles when the only danger he was in was that it was snowing outside?
This prompted us to question, what can we as a group do in this intensive 9-day course?
This is what we did.
On campus, I don't know of any specific resources. I know that there are talks about trying to make them, but nothing that I've seen solidified.
The counseling services aren't there for sexual assault. They're just there to chat about anything, and I feel sometimes you need a little extra, maybe a support group or something to talk with other people who've gone through it.
I was sexually assaulted on my way to work at 6 in the morning. I don't understand how any of this is helpful. I kind of expected them to at least say sit near the front of the bus with the bus driver nearby.
It's not very helpful. It's kind of victim blaming.
I feel they really need to stay more up to date, because if they actually want to care about their student population, that they should actually have updated pamphlets and updated information.
As a group of sexual assault survivors, this project meant a lot to us. The most cathartic moment was putting up a sign we helped create in front of the building I was raped at.
And it's just till very recently that people have been hey, this happens a lot, and it's not cool, and maybe we should do something about it. And now it's, people like to think that, it's just happening out of nowhere, but it's always happened. There's just never been resources. People have always been told to stay quiet. They've been ashamed in staying quiet. And it's not just on these big state colleges, The fact that campus just thinks, we're not like that, we can ignore this problem, it's been happening for so long, it's ridiculous.
We launched this particular project on behalf of students like Emma and Callie and the many others whose voices are often silenced due to a lack of support on campus. We hope this message inspires you to get involved. We can all do more. connect to our Facebook group entitled End Sexual Assault on College Campuses, where we can share and discuss ways we can work together to help build an atmosphere of solidarity, support, and respect. Print out our posters that feature the hashtag EndRapeCulture. Be vocal. Make sure your voice is heard.